Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods,
AKA two bros, two big noses.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. AKA two chainsaw dudes, one brain sore mood.
I like
These
that
are so
one.
good. Mike Huddleston.
I
love him.
think he just sits down and like rattles them off.
AKA a combo of comics, Taekwondo, the Moronics.
I think this guy, every time he goes to the bathroom to take a dump, he just like rattles off.
Mike, dude, AKA 35% there, 100% sincere.
I like it.
I love all these that he's doing. He just gets a
Thank you,
series.
brother.
You're our AKA man. I love it. The Hudda man is AKA.
So we are midweek. We are kicking it strong with you guys.
Working hard, still dieting, trying to do our best, and trying to give you guys that break, that 30 minutes a day that you can just breathe. We had a TikTok video that is still going up. Viral, which is really...
Follow us on TikTok. We're posting old stand-up clips, lots of fun stuff. I think you will
really
enjoy
cool.
it.
We're starting to figure out like what is resonating.
The formula and what's resonating.
It's going to take us a while. We're literally have not been on it for more than 14 days. I think we have like 14 entries. It's amazing. So we're learning. We're in it. And let's jump into this right away because we got a little podcast.
All right, Rand. So Randy and I, we were in a motorcycle movie.
Wild Hogs.
Maybe the most popular motorcycle movie of all time.
Not of all time, but Easy
It's
Rider
up there. I mean, since Easy Rider. How about
Since
that?
Easy Rider, fine.
Wasn't
Old Dogs like
that came
Wild
after
Hogs?
Wild Hogs?
Old Dogs and Wild Hogs were...
Maybe was it the same cast?
I think I don't know.
All right. How times have changed since...
Yeah.
Easy Rider. Easy Rider referenced someone who was riding a motorcycle across America without a care in the world, I
That's
believe.
right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but okay.
Well, no, it was young people just riding across, finding the freedom.
Easy
of
Rider. They're having an easy ride across America. They're just figuring out
Except for the
themselves-
people that wind up shooting them at the end. It's an easy ride.
Did you just give a spoiler alert
No,
for Easy Rider?
if you haven't watched Easy Rider, shame on you.
So that's what it was in the 60s. Nowadays, Rider is a popular boy's name. Easy Rider is just a mom trying to tamp down his son's hubris. All right?
Easy. Get down off the wall. Get down off of any of a number of
You didn't
things.
jump off a 30-foot cliff. It was a 12-foot boulder.
Rider.
Easy
Rider.
Easy Rider.
Easy. Hey, easy with the
Easy.
bowling balls.
The dog
That's your
doesn't
sister.
like. The dog doesn't like when you do that with his nose.
The
Rider.
dog doesn't
Easy.
like when you do that. Rider is like could encompass a lot of things.
Easy Rider. Your father wants to sleep a little bit more. Just let him do it.
Easy.
Let's
That's
just
your
take it
cousin.
Easy.
Rider.
So we were in Wild Hogs, as we mentioned,
Yeah.
and people loved that movie. And look, we felt lucky to be a part of it.
It's cool. It's fun. We
still get a residual check every once in a
The fact
while.
that we work with Travolta and Tim Allen and Martin Lawrence and Bill Macy, it was fascinating.
William H. Macy, to be honest,
And Ray Liotta.
But I will say this: we did the movie. We didn't necessarily embrace biker culture. We weren't bikers in the movie.
No, we were the
cops
cops
in this little town.
Yeah.
We learned a little about it. We learned about the Sturgis Festival. I'm trying to remember if that was where we learned about it, by talking to people there.
I learned about it when I went to Whitefish, Montana.
Right.
But the Sturgis Festival happens up there.
Up
And
near
so-
there. I think it's
up
in
near
South
there.
Dakota.
South Dakota, but like
Kind
I
of-
think it was happening kind of when I was there. This
Right.
is like 20 years ago, but
So
I kind of
it's
learned about it.
Sturgis Festival, not exactly a hot spot for Jews.
Like, that would be the worst. So like, here, you guys, you're doing a set of comedy at Sturgis.
No,
could
no.
we do it?
So if there was a festival in Whitefish called the Whitefish Festival, that would be a festival for Jews.
right.
You just have a lot of whitefish spread and you try it on bagels.
And it wouldn't be the
delicious.
Sturgis. It would be the smoked sturgeon.
Sturgeon.
Smoked sturgeon. Is
And
a
Sturgill
fish.
Simpson could be the singer. Okay.
Thank you.
So
That is a whitefish. It's just
Sturgis, if you don't know, is this giant biker fest that happens in South Dakota. And they just,
And for years, it was probably you would go, you'd ride your bike. Dudes who rode their bikes would go up
they'd
there.
go up there, they sit around, they talk about how great Robert Siegel is on NPR. It
Yeah.
ends up being like a who's better snake paprika.
Who's got a cooler tote, an NPR tote bag?
Nina Totenberg. No, Sturgis is where you go and see like a grandma take her top off. That's
Yeah,
where you go to
that's
Sturgis.
right.
Sturgis is the type of place where you would see a pregnant woman teach her 10-year-old how to blow smoke rings.
Yeah. There's like an underlying current of let me see if I can try that.
Sturgis is a place where you'd see like two babies arm wrestle.
Yeah.
and like parents like throw money down on top.
That's right.
Sturgis is
to the death.
Sturgis is the type of place where everyone there looks like they've been in an episode of American Chopper. You're like, do you own the garage? You look like you own the garage. Everyone looks like the guy who owns the garage.
Sturgis is a place where everyone looks like they just got punched really hard in the nose.
Sturgis is a place where juggalos are like afraid to go.
Right. They're like, can we go there? I don't know if I have enough ink under my eye.
Sturgis is the kind of place where like a couple would fight over which Ted Nugent song they love more.
Right.
All right. That's Sturgis. Sturgis is not the type of place where you expect to see like a hot yoga class.
No.
Or a mindfulness seminar. Or a bunch of people wearing masks. That's for sure.
You definitely won't see that.
It's a place where you would, however, see a woman try to approach a mother bison who is nursing her baby and then get thrown around on the side of the road before getting her pants ripped off.
Okay.
That is the story we're
that
about to engage in.
That is Sturgis in a nutshell.
All right. We've said this before.
By the way, that's not the craziest thing that happened that morning
day,
in Sturgis.
All right. So we've said this before. The pandemic has emboldened our animal friends.
Animals are feeling their oats right now. They're coming back in a strong way.
While we hold up as people and vacate the world that they once sort of dominated, or
They're
not sort of,
they're
stepping
out
back
onto the stage.
into that position.
I love it.
We've marginalized them, and they're coming back now.
That's right.
Once again, we've got a story of animals fighting back. A motorbike passenger. So she wasn't even riding a motorcycle. She was just
hitching a ride.
Hitching a ride. A 54-year-old woman. By the way,
sound so old.
That's 5 years old.
5 years old.
54-year-old woman from Iowa, tells you who she is, was attacked when she approached a bison mother who was nursing her baby.
Great call. You know, animals love to be approached when...
Yeah, it turns out everything we've ever learned about animal mothers is true.
Yeah.
You know how like...
Do you know what call like when a mom...
When a human mom like
they
fights...
call her a mama bear.
Right. Or like when she fights off some bigger thing or lifts a car off her kid or... we say like her animal instincts kicked over. Right?
What about a mom that like literally whips her kid into shape and won't stop until...
The tiger mom.
The animal comes out.
It's a fact. The animal instincts kicking in is we say it a lot because it's based on truth in the world.
Right.
Animal mothers protect their animal babies at all costs. That's
If a mother has a baby, their job,
especially while they're nursing, it's a brand new baby.
Right.
It needs you right now.
It needs you. So if anybody approaches you, you think they're trying to get your baby away.
Yeah. Animal mothers. Okay, a bison mother is not like conflicted about whether she had this kid or not and how it's going to affect her career.
No.
All right. She's not like, this kind of was a mistake. Maybe I wasn't so into that guy. Animal mothers like have the babies and they're like, I got one job on this earth. And that's protect this thing
baby with my life. If a 54-year-old biker comes near me, I'm going to take her down and rip her pants off.
54-year-old woman at Sturgis from Iowa. I'm going to assume she's a great grandmother.
How could she not be?
Or just a grandmother.
Yeah, and you're not saying she's a great grandmother and that she's good at being a grandmother. No. You're saying great grandmother.
Great grandmother. And look, I don't know. There's video to prove that she is who she is. So she was a passenger on a motorcycle. She got off the bike, was stopped to just let these bison cross the road. And of course, take a look at the bison, which of course reminds me of my old favorite joke. Why did the bison cross the road? To drag a redneck around and rip her pants off. And then to get to the other side. Yeah. That's a good joke.
It is a good joke.
That's a solid joke.
I mean, it's conceptual.
So this woman decided it would be a great idea to get very close to this mother bison who is nursing a baby.
And by the way, get a photo of it because it didn't happen unless there was a photo.
Gotta get that photo. And I'm assuming
gotta get that photo and post it on Facebook.
So she's walking up with her phone or whatever, and like I'm assuming that looks to the mother like this person's coming to kill my baby.
Taser, a tagger.
So the mother hooked a horn into this woman's belt.
Yep,
touched her up a little bit.
That's
threw
right.
her around.
That's right.
You gonna get hit. You don't need that picture. Okay, you do not need that picture. Or here's an amazing thing, and this is where a 54-year-old woman doesn't understand how technology works. Take a picture of something, and then in editing, you enlarge it, and then you make a new ring around where you want to do, and then you save it as a new picture.
That's right. She doesn't know.
It's very
54-year-old people
don't know how to use their iPhones.
Don't understand depth of what you can shoot by enlarging a screen. Like a 2-year-old knows that you can enlarge a screen.
So Yellowstone National Park, this wasn't there, but put out a statement to people to avoid getting too close to grazing bison.
Yeah.
That's not even a protective mama
No,
bison.
they're eating.
The next day,
Just like I would say certain people at the food bar at Golden Corral, you let them go through.
Don't get near their
Hey,
food. Their
I'll
mouth.
I'll go after that family is done.
Yeah.
Is what you say.
And okay, so the next day at Custer State Park,
Yeah.
this woman got thrown around because she got too close.
Tossed about.
And what saved her life is the fact that her pants got ripped off, which is the irony of all.
I mean,
ironies,
it's
'cause I'm
ruined
gonna
her
assume
life in the past.
probably 35 years ago
Yeah.
when she had her second
It
kid.
ended any dreams she had of doing whatever she was going to do.
By the way, just so you know, we're doing this story because she wasn't seriously injured.
She's
she
fine.
avoided all serious injury.
She's not fine, but she's fine.
But she fell to the ground, and
Mm-hmm.
she fell to the ground unconscious. Which has she been conscious at all in her entire life? That's
Certainly
a
not
question
for the last couple
we
of days
got.
at Sturgis.
And she was taken to the hospital, and she avoided all injuries. And I'm sorry, this is the same mentality that is pervasive at this festival.
Give me that bison.
I don't need
I'm
to
gonna
wear
give
a
me that bear.
mask. I don't need to wear a mask.
I don't need a helmet. Let me throw
around
this
thousands of people in an enclosed space. It's all a hoax.
Let me go to that Smash Mouth concert.
I can get close to this baby that's nursing it on its bison's
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
Look what's going to happen. Look, you say, "Oh, nothing's going to happen." This is
Something's
going to
happen to you. This is going to happen to you.
Oh, it's just people freaking out over nothing.
It's the lamestream media
trying to
telling
scare
you that bison mothers protect their
trying to
kids.
scare you into not
It's
having
all
a good
hoax.
experience.
Yeah, we know it's all a hoax.
Is
we
it?
know.
Is it a hoax?
We
Is
know.
it? If COVID were a herd of bison coming towards us, would we think it's a hoax?
I mean, I guess you can mess with them and survive. This woman did.
But why even try? Why even try to make that happen? I hope you've learned your lesson,
She has
but I
not.
doubt
I'm
she
telling
has.
you, she has not. She will go up and look at if there's another animal. She'll try and get a picture next to it.
I say pants off to this woman for surviving this without any injuries.
That's right.
I do have to say this about motorcyclists, and I almost got into a fight with a guy
On a motorcycle?
On a motorcycle. I wasn't on the motorcycle; he was, because I was at a stoplight. I was in a line of cars.
Yeah.
All right. Stopped, and I didn't see that a motorcycle had gone out from behind my car and was coming down the passenger side.
Yeah.
I didn't see that it had
Yeah.
done that. We're at a stoplight. Okay.
Right. He's just weaseling his way through.
I didn't see him coming by, and so I opened my door to I had bit into a peach, and I had a little bit of the core in my mouth. And
You almost clotheslined him.
I basically almost clotheslined a dude unexpectedly, but I'm at a stoplight. It's a red light. I think I have enough time and space
Exactly.
to open my door 3/4 of the way, spit out this thing that might break my teeth, and then shut the door quickly. But I didn't know it was the exact moment. Guy flipped me off, was like, "Hey," and I'm like, I'm not the one weaving in between cars.
That's right.
I'm not the asshole who's driving around and breaking all the rules. You're breaking the rules. You're
He's in
cutting
between
in
lanes.
line.
Well,
You're cutting in
listen,
line. Flip
doesn't
me
matter.
off. Called me the asshole.
Right. Well,
I don't know. Good for you, you rebel. That's the attitude of a lot of motorcyclists. Not all motorcyclists, but a lot.
there are a lot who get it.
That you're above the laws, you're above the rules, you're above the laws of nature. Well, the minute you start believing that, that's when a bison's going to hook you in your pants, throw you around like a rag doll, and make you think twice
That's right.
and rip them off.
Make you think twice about that bison.
True that. And you know what? This is it. This is like when you think about it, isn't this a metaphor, Rand, for what's going on?
Yeah.
We're getting the hubris. You want to be you want to have
You
hubris.
wanna have hubris
You
about
want to
this?
about the pandemic. You want to walk
It's
around.
going to get you. It's going to get
You
you.
want to walk around and say it's not going to affect me. It could get you.
It's gonna.
And then when it does, you expect everyone to feel bad for you.
No.
No, you didn't need that picture. You didn't have to walk up and approach. That is not.
Not saying don't take a picture.
You can be on your bike
Take a
far
picture
away,
far away.
and zoom in.
There you go. Cannot figure that out. All right.
All right.
There's the first story down in the books. This next story is a story about the way we all feel at home.
Yes.
And we take for granted that we're at home, and we shouldn't. And we'll do this after the break. Stay with us. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I want to mention, and we'll mention it every day until this bad boy sells out. We have an unbelievable live Dumb People Town. We just did one last weekend. Another one coming up, Nowhere Comedy Club, September 26th. It's a Saturday. Mike Birbiglia, Mike Doty, the lead singer from Soul Coughing, and a great solo artist himself. He's going to play music. It's going to be great. I can't wait. We've already sold like 200 tickets. So it's gonna go. I really do believe it's gonna sell out. It's not even. We have several more days in August left, and I feel like we're gonna get back up there. So if you want to see this show, get it. The meet and greets ahead of time and afterwards were incredible.
So much fun. Get on those. Part of couple dollars more, you can join into that.
It's just fun. We know what you're doing on September 26th. It's Saturday night. You now have a plan.
We have a lot of people listening to this podcast. We could sell it out with just people who listen to this podcast.
Eventbrite.com and then look up Live Dumb People Town September 26th. Mike Birbiglia. Get your tickets right now.
All right, let's get into it.
So, like we mentioned before the break, this next story should make everyone who complained about quarantining, and people are complaining a lot. I'm at home. Why am I at home? This sucks. I can't go out. I can't do this. I can't do that. That's really the reason that like there was a second spike.
Right.
People were sick and tired.
They're like, I did this
in their own homes.
I did
houses,
it. Why do I have to do it again?
Complaining about it. That all right, fine.
I did it.
At least you have a home, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not everybody does. And this next story is about a guy who found a home in the least likely place. We're, of course, talking about the luxury box of the Tampa Bay Rowdies professional soccer team stadium.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's
Tampa
the most rowdy that it can be.
Well, Tampa's not a city known to fully support its sports teams. And if
True
you
that.
don't believe us, go to a Tampa Bay Rays game. So when this year was happening and the pandemic baseball was happening and everyone asked, how are players going to play
in front of no fans?
In front of no fans. And the Tampa Bay Rays raised their hand. They were like,
We've got
done
this.
We've done it for years.
We got this.
We were a playoff team and
no one was there.
5,000 people showing up at our games. All right? So they get it. A homeless man in Florida allegedly stole up to $1,200 of merchandise and food while living in the luxury suite of a Tampa Bay soccer stadium for over 2 weeks.
That's incredible.
Now, if you've ever ordered food at a stadium, $1,200 will get you basically 3 burgers, 1 pretzel, and a small Coke.
Corn dog, maybe.
Well, a small Coke in a flimsy cup that's going to spill before you get back to the luxury box.
Correct.
Right?
That's
flimsy
$1,200.
cups.
Yeah.
Daniel Albert Neha, 39, was arrested earlier this week when an employee of the LA
39. I bet he looks older than we are.
Yeah. Found blankets at the luxury suite. Wait a minute. There shouldn't be blankets in here.
Who's going to sleep at a luxury suite?
The stadium is home to the Tampa Bay Rowdy Soccer Club. And he was like, nobody's been in this suite for years. What if he found the blankets and thought the stadium was haunted?
Meanwhile, Orlando's a good soccer team. That's a good...
Right. Tampa not. But Tampa, the Rowdies are good. Now, the Rowdies were, just for historical perspective, they were a team in the NASL back in the day. And so the logo and the writing is from that time. They pulled it back from like the 70s, the 70s. Rowdies.
Yeah.
So great.
Rowdies is a good name. I like it. This guy picked a good franchise.
But what if the worker thought that the thing was haunted? He hadn't seen anybody in here. He's like, there is a ghost living in here.
And it looks so real. And it's so real.
That had to cross his mind.
Yeah.
A ghost in Toronto FC gear. They're in first place. Maybe the ghost has something to do with it.
Maybe.
Popular with the living and dead, the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Yes.
Neha stole $1,000 worth of merchandise from the team store as well as $200 worth of food items. Okay, so $200. It was just a pretzel and a small Coke.
Correct.
He got into the merchandise store and was wearing a bunch of team merchandise. Fernandez, who was the worker, told CNN he made himself quite at home there, unlike the Tampa Bay Rowdies Football Club. Folks, kidding, they are in first place, like I said. But I wonder what kind of stuff he put on.
Yeah.
Scarves.
Probably the scarf that you hold up and you hold
the
that
scarf.
Up.
You put a scarf up. Tampa Bay
scarves.
Sport coats.
I think it's scarves.
I think it's scarves.
Scarves is to eat food really quickly.
No, you're going to put a bunch of scarves together.
Scarves.
Not scarves.
It's scarves. I have a bunch of scarves.
No, scarves.
Yeah, scarves.
Sport coats.
Yep.
Because they probably sell those at the store. Tampa Bay FC lobster bibs. It's a seafood town.
Crab legs.
Maybe.
Jameis Winston.
How did he get into the merchandise store? That's another question. Isn't that shut? Isn't it gated down there?
This guy.
By the way, I
give him so much credit for managing to live in there.
They made it sound like he flattened his exoskeleton and slid under the door. Like a rat.
Did he burrow in like a hole?
Make a hole like a mouse in the wall? What is it?
Like a squirrel in the attic?
I don't know.
Wasn't that a great book?
Squirrel in the Attic. He just got in. He just tried harder to get into the Tampa Bay Rowdies FC merchandise store than most Tampa Bay Rowdies fans try to get into Al Lang Stadium.
That's correct.
Right?
Yes.
That's got to be worth something.
Something.
Did he look good in the gear? No one's saying if he looked good in the gear. Maybe he looked great.
I mean, What's insane is that this guy is perhaps, I mean, I'm sure you've noticed it. There is a massive uptick of homeless people out in this world. Homelessness has increased. People can't afford to live in their homes.
I know.
Anyone who was on the edge is now off that edge.
The edge is no longer there for you.
Right. So I am surprised that this hasn't happened sooner.
Using surveillance footage, police determined that Neha had been living in the luxury suite since July 26. Neha was arrested shortly after the officers got to the stadium, according to Fernandez. For those couple of weeks, though, lived like a king.
Hey, he did.
Luxury all the way.
Luxury
Great views of the field.
Not only live like a king, live like a corporate guest.
That's right. I wonder if the dessert cart ever made its way.
Oh, I love
if
that
it did,
dessert
get a big
cart.
caramel apple.
Yep.
The police got to the stadium and were like, what do they do here? What goes on here?
Yeah, I'm not
We've
familiar.
never actually ever seen this place.
I don't know about this place.
Is this an old abandoned warehouse? What is
Maybe.
this? What kind of sporting event happens at a place like this? We've never heard of it before.
What are those two netted things on either side of
While the
field?
officers were there, one of the employees spotted him and went into the stadium, and the officer caught up with him right outside the stadium, and he was wearing the same clothing and everything. Neha was arrested on charges of third-degree felony burglary and first-degree misdemeanor of resisting an officer without violence.
Oh,
And
well, at
his
least-
bond was currently set at $51.50. Is that a nod to $5,150? Is that a nod to Van Halen?
Van Halen,
$51.50?
Yes.
According to jail records. Wait,
Love comes walking.
how did he resist without violence? How do you do that?
You want to come with me to jail?
Sure. And then he kind of walks away.
Yeah.
And every time they get close to him, he just runs away.
Yeah.
Every time they he got his hands up to be cuffed, he takes them down like they're playing a game of slaps.
And
is
then
that
he
what
runs
it is?
away. I think that's it.
Is that resisting non-violently?
It's like
kinda fun.
It's like criminal mischief mixed in.
It's not clear whether Neha has legal representation at his time.
I'm going to say no.
He probably doesn't.
He
He should have the team lawyers represent him. He's now stayed in the luxury suites long enough. He should have access to the Tampa Bay Rowdy
This is
team
how much he
lawyers.
loves the team. He just wants to be around.
We're going to
them.
start calling it the Neha suite.
the Neha.
You staying in the Neha suite? Dehame means leave me alone.
Yeah.
Dehame.
Yeah.
Nehame means let me sleep in the suite.
Let me get in there.
Fernandez said that something as unusual as this would not happen under normal circumstances. Has he been to a Tampa Bay's Rays game? We told you.
Yeah, no one's there.
It could happen. It's
happen.
very unusual, and it's the sort of thing that probably will only happen during COVID because under normal circumstances, the stadium would be full with people. Let's not get ahead of ourselves
yeah,
here.
I don't think we need to brag.
And
about
luxury
something.
suites would be in use and cleaned regularly. Again, this guy does not know Tampa Bay sports. Played in the USL championships. It's their second tier U.S. soccer league behind the Major League Soccer. Current club was founded in 2008, but it shares the name with the original Tampa Bay Rowdies, who were formed in 1975.
Okay.
Isn't this the rowdy thing to do, though, Jay?
Yes, to break into a suite.
Storm and grab his luxury
Destroys
suite when it's not
culture,
your-
corporate culture. It's
That's
bringing
right.
it down to its knees.
I think he should be the new mascot.
yes.
Neha should be the new mascot of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Just
Do
this
they have
guy
one?
in some rowdy blankets.
How cool would that be, right?
Yes.
If the Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer team had a Florida man as their mascot.
That would be amazing.
You let him do as much meth as he wants.
That's right.
He squats in a luxury suite at the stadium, right?
Starts a dumpster fire just off the sidelines.
Maybe he runs on the field and plays 20 minutes of the game. He's positionless.
Who knows?
Maybe he steals the ball, puts it under his shirt, and pretends that he's pregnant.
he rides out on an alligator.
He's unprecedented. He's unpredictable. He's brash. He's crazy.
He misses like 3 custody
By the way,
child support payments each
Aren't
game.
we describing the San Diego Chicken right here? This guy could be the mascot.
It is a mascot's life.
The
You are
Tampa-
describing everyone who's ever been a
The
mascot.
Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer team should have a Florida man be their mascot.
That's it.
Perfect choice to be the mascot. He's like every other mascot, estranged from his family,
Enormous,
talks out of a hole in his neck,
bloated.
tries to have sex with people wearing furry costumes. This is the guy with problems. Hasn't eaten in a couple of weeks a full meal.
Right.
He has several restraining orders out against him. Am I not describing the Philly fanatic right now?
Smells disgusting.
Can't get a bank loan.
Sweating like an MF.
Let's make this happen.
This has to be.
We have to get Neha on the payroll.
That's it.
Can we do it?
I think we should do it.
Let's do it.
Let's honor this guy's hard work with a reward, more work.
Put him on the payroll, make him the Tampa Bay Rowdies mascot. All right, that's a show, you guys. That's how we do. Middle of the week, we're cruising through it. It's 105 degrees in LA. We're trying to keep you guys cool. Stay protected, stay connected, don't get infected. This is not a hoax.
We got the jokes.
Wear a mask, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da-da.